So this right here is a 10-inch active subwoofer. That means the amplifier is built in. This was cheap, and this is all metal housing here. This is, I think this is, yeah, yes, this is all metal, all of this. It looks really nice. It's got some weight to it. It's pretty solid. I did go ahead and mount the brackets on it on all four corners to bolt that down. But on the Amazon ad for this, it said that it was a 400 watt 10-inch sub, and this says 300 watt peak on here. So I think that was a little misconception. Maybe it was just my fault, but whatever. I don't care. This thing should still make my truck sound a lot better. It comes with a control knob right here. There's also settings on this right on the built-in amplifier here, and it also came with the power wire, the ground wire, which seemed to be really decent quality, the remote wire to, you know, for the power to this, and this is in case you want to hook to high frequency. You can splice these into your speakers. Not going to be using that. I actually bought RCA's. This is just going to go right into the back of the deck and plug right into the low level plugs right there, because that's all we're using this for, is just bass in the truck. So this is going to make this thing hopefully sound a lot better. And I did not discuss the price. I found this on Amazon for $105. I ordered one 2 weeks ago. I have Amazon Prime, and it left Maryland 2 weeks ago on Sunday, and it got lost. It still might arrive, and if it does come, I hope that it does, it's going to go into the Z. But this one's going into my truck. I ordered this one 3 days ago, and it showed up. So if the second one does show up, I already got a refund for it. It's going in the Z, and if I like it enough, might put one in this Ion as well. Okay, so bear with me. I'm working out in the cold. Needed a break from this Cobalt. 2 days straight of trying to diagnose something and not getting anywhere. Needed a break, so that's why I'm putting this in. I want something successful to go on for a day. Alright, so everybody wires their stuff differently. I'm probably not as thorough as I should be, but anyways, you have to run a power wire right to the battery, which will fit right here on this clamp, so I'm just going to add it on right there. And we have to run it into the cab. Well, the easiest way I can see is to run it right back here through the fender, and I'm not going through the door. That's not the way to do it, because your door closes and seals on this surface area right here, so you don't want to do that. I'm going to add a rubber grommet, and I'm going to drill in here somewhere right here and add a rubber grommet that is the right size as the wire, and then we'll bring it in through here somewhere. I don't exactly know where yet. Actually, if I can get it down here where the door wires come through, I can feed it down through right there, and then we can just come down along this, and that is the only wire that you're going to need to run from the cab back into here. And I should add, this did not come with a fuse, but you should add a fused link in there on the battery side. And I do have one, so I'm going to add that in there. That did not come with the kit. So I'm going to run it through here. Ultimately, I wanted this thing mounted right here, but the floor is not flat right here. As you can see, there's humps and stuff. I just couldn't get it to sit flat here. As it is right now, it doesn't look the prettiest, but if I scooched it back further, then we were running into an issue with the seat smashing down on it. And as it sits right now, I can close this, and the seat touches it, but it doesn't move it or anything like that. We're good right there with that. As for a ground, there are many grounds that you can add in here. Right there's a good one. Comes right off of, I put my tire irons and stuff right back here, but that's where they would normally be. And I might just take that off there and add the ground right to that stud, because that's a chassis stud, right? It's right off the chassis, so that'll make a good ground for this. And last but not least, we're going to have to run our control knob and our remote wire and our RCAs from the stereo. Well, the remote doesn't have to go there. The control, this has to just mount to the dash somewhere. But the RCAs and the remote wire are going to have to run from the stereo. I'm just going to run them down here through the passenger side since I already pulled these trims off. It's just going to make it easier for me. The plugs are on the other side, so I can open up my driver's side and adjust the knobs from over there. And yeah, let's just get to it. Now everything should be hooked up right. If it's not, we're going to have some sparks here. As you can see, I added a fused link, and this is not the wire that came with the kit. This is one I had available in my house. So I'm just going to add this to the clamp down. We got power, there's no smoke, and nothing blew up. That's always a plus. There we go. Power wire, everything's ran. Everything's hooked up. I'm nervous. Alright, so I'm going to play with the settings and stuff on. I haven't even tried it yet. So let me set up like no copyright music and make sure we're working correctly, because this has a sub output on the back, but it's only one RCA cable, which didn't make any sense to me because there should be a left and a right. So there are left and right rear and left and right front outputs on that. So I put it into the left and right rear, so the bass should draw from the rear speakers and it should just be the low levels. So let me mess with this and we'll see what it sounds like. So
So now I'm really hyped for this thing because it sounds awesome. Like, took up the bass that I didn't have and it made it present. And it sounds amazing. I have it on the lowest setting on here right now, which sounds good, but it gets even better. Hold on. This is the lowest setting. That sounds good. But I can turn it up. I put it inside my ashtray because I don't use the ashtray for anything. That's half. That's whole volume. That's the whole way up. Now, I don't know if it's coming over on camera great, but the bass in here sounds awesome. And then I can hide my volume knob just like that. I really hope the second one comes. It got lost in shipping because that'll make the Z that much nicer. Gets me hyped. Another thing that I ordered from Amazon that is worth the money for 16 bucks, regular gas nozzles, and they come with vents. You drill a hole in your tank, put a vent in it with a regular nozzle. I am so sick of these self-venting nozzles. They suck terribly. These, worth it. They come with 2 different threaded caps, so they'll fit whatever jug you have. But I need to go get some premium fuel for the premium cars in my garage. So, if you'll excuse me, that's going to be the end of this episode. So, I don't often do product reviews of stuff that I buy myself because I normally don't like to do a review video. I felt that this was going to be a good one, and I was right. I would love to put one of those in every one of my cars now. Eventually, there's going to be one in the Z, whether I get that one that I already got refunded for or not, because I'm going to order another one here eventually. And I'd also like to have one in my Scion. So we're going to see how they turn out. But so far, first impressions, wow. I mean, for a simple install, I'm very pleased with it. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go get some gas and bump on down the road. So if you like this video, smash that like button. Consider subscribing. Hit that dislike button if your mom bumps louder than your car does. Yeah, I went over. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Alright.
What kind of pose is this? What? Oh, look how long you are. Look at this belly. Hey.